oh, they're going to call me a heretic, I'm in trouble. Now, the problem, I think, in Catholic Church in particular, but in churches in general, Protestant churches, not even question, except for the Anglicans, is that the farther the liturgical year has been distanced from the agricultural year, the more it's like we've wandered into the wasteland. We're in a just it's like a dead zone. It's like a place where we have to search for the Holy Grail because everything is dying. And I think that's really it's an accurate description of the place where we are right now. We're lost in the wilderness, and I think in the Grail stories we have to find the Grail, right? It will restore us, and I think that's the task before us right now is how do we find it again? Well, how do we find what we have lost? And of course, if you think about the Grail as the chalice of the Last Supper, it's significant. What have we lost? We've lost the chalice. We've lost the thing that connects heaven and earth, right? And I think it's absolutely valid insight and concern. But I don't think it's going to happen through the accustomed trails. And if in Arthurian and Grail literature, the hero does not find it by following the same paths everybody else followed. You have to find a different path into the wilderness. And that's part of the appeal for me, like even if it's half mythical, the Celtic church or the Irish church of ancient times, which seems, is it pagan, is it Christian? And I think that's how it's supposed to be, because it was a church in the wilderness, far away from the power structures. And it discovered, and I think you see this in certain Native American cultures, this also an organic discovery of what we could call the Christian truth. This is disclosed through the arts, through the beautiful, through the good, the true, and the beautiful. That's where it's disclosed. And for me, finding that language of Sophia as the metaxu, or the between, the thing that's both participates in creation and the spiritual world. It's kind of a conduit, connecting those two, this connective tissue that, and I think if we talk in terms of Proverbs 8, which I mentioned earlier, where Sophia participates with the creation, with God, but also in Genesis, where God's in Genesis 1 or 2, where God says, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." And it says, "Male and female created He them." Now, who's He talking to? Let us. He's talking to Himself. God, maybe you need to talk to somebody. No, what was happening there is God is talking to Sophia. Let us make man in our image. So that really gives you a whole different take on Christian anthropology, doesn't it? I think going forward, as Slavoj Žižek once wrote, actually, that Christianity will have to die in order, like its founder, to be born again. And I think, in a way, we're at that stage. I hate to say it, but it's true.